Good morning, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 12th of July, 7:06 a.m. Let's jump into the charts, see what we got. USD just keeps ripping down. So looks good for us. So we opened this one yesterday. It's closed now. We're gonna go for another one. You can see that there's a strong candle here. Simply place a stop loss behind and one-to-one risk reward. We'll see what happens today. USD CAD. So USD CAD, we're in a hedge, still in a hedge. Looks like it's gonna continue down now. It's no longer bouncing up, so we're gonna close the buy position here at a loss and wait for a sell to reach the TP. In terms of my strategy, simply enter here, stop loss behind the candle, and take profit 1-to-1. And let's go down to 15 minutes to see if we have a strategy for Teams method. This entry here would have been good. So we were on a downtrend, pull back, break this structure. So technically we already bounced. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if I can continue trading Teams strategy. That usually the bounces usually happens during US Open and maybe London sessions. I'm not really monitoring. USD CHF, same. Looks like USD is weakening. That's a good location as well. AUD CHF, now we're right at a resistance level, so there's a high possibility of bounce up. And I'm just gonna put the hedge lower here as well. Nothing here, no entries on either strategies. Let's go down to 15. Maybe we get something here for Teams method. It's actually not bad. If you think that there's gonna be a bounce, right? If there's gonna be a bounce, we need to go for a break, and there's a break of previous structure. So pushes into the zone and then gets a bounce, maybe. Yeah, I think this meets Teams' strategy. At least principal matches 1 to 2. Let's see if it comes back up to this location. I'm gonna extend this so we can see it on a higher time frame. AUD New Zealand. Right, so we closed that in break even yesterday. We have a new candle like it, especially considering this zone. So this would be a good location for one for a buy. Stop loss a little bit lower than, maybe behind here just to be safe. And take profit. AUD CAD. Looks like it's going for a weekend retest, maybe. 100% sure leave that be. AUD, USD. Let's go back AUD CAD. Something about the hedging strategy. So right now we're hedged, we're in both positions. Now, one of the principles is once it fails to bounce, which we entered sell here, failed to bounce, it breaks out, then comes back for a retest, and we go for a buy, and we close the sell order. So I'm gonna close the sell right here, a small loss, hold this buy in with the idea that it's pulling back for a bounce, and then we'll see what happens. AUD USD, nothing here is holding at this level. AUD JPY. So this pair I didn't have it in my list, previously removed it because previous methods weren't working very well on it. So I didn't notice instead of having 28 pairs, I only had 27. So we're gonna start trading this as well. Hopefully it doesn't bounce against us. The first trade, it's been going pretty well. These all could have been our winners. You can't trade what you can't see. Alright, that was AUD JPY. Let's go to New Zealand CAD. Looks like it's bouncing, but this is not really a strong candle to sell. So it looks like momentum might not be there. Maybe it wants to come back and break through. Moving on, New Zealand CHF. So we hit TP here, which is great. But we're at the resistance zone, so I'm not selling this into this zone. At least we need to see it break. New Zealand, the USD, it's not moving. It's not moving and it's not dropping. So again, principle is unless it closes against me into the red, I'm not touching it. Because you can consider this, bulls failed to push through. And then you'll be like, but bears also failed to push down. So right now, in a moment of indecision, it can go either way, which is again 50-50. New Zealand JPY. Now this is definitely broken the level. Go for another position. Simple enough and clear area. We want to hit the next traffic area. All right. Euro GBP. Alright, so I put this note here yesterday. It says this is what happens when you don't follow your rules. Only regret remains. So what happened? I bought here because of this candle with a large wick. I assume it's gonna bounce, but my strategy dictates to go on a large strong candles showing momentum, and this wasn't one of them. So I went against my strategy here, and well, this happened. Alright, but today we can actually sell this because this looks good. So we'll sell this right here, stop loss a little bit higher, and take profit. This one is following my strategy. Alright, Euro CHF, wow. Good move. Alright, so I entered for a buy, failed. I'm gonna close this at profit, and then I will enter another buy at right this location. So now we've got two buys. We need to hedge this to prevent further loss if it goes below. I'm gonna show this with two positions of the same amount. So if this bounces halfway, it just bounces halfway up, we can close both of these at break even, and we will have 1 minute. In terms of my strategy, we've got nothing at the resistance zone. Your JPY, this is nice. ATP, and enter another right here. Hopefully it has a follow through down. We can also pull back and retest, obviously. A little bit higher maybe. Alright. Euro AUD. Now mark this because I'm just wondering if we're gonna have more follow through. Doesn't look like it. Might break. Let me just delete this one. Might break above, but for now we've got nothing. Let's go to 15 minutes. Might have something for. Oh yeah, we've got something here. So uptrend, break of a structure. I kind of missed that, but we're still going. When did that happen? It's 3 hours ago US time. Yeah, I was asleep. Doesn't really work for me this method. Okay, with that 1 to 2, this is gonna be Teams method. It's based on Teams method, break of previous structure, and a push for a bounce. And right there. All right. Euro USD. I'm so crowded here. Alright, that's there. Hasn't moved much. I entered expecting a breakout. Kind of makes sense since this candle closed very bullish. But on this strong candle, we're still there. Nothing to do. Euro New Zealand. Looks like we hit TP. But for today, I can't enter another position because this one has a very large wick and a small body compared to previous candles. I'm tiny, so I wouldn't consider a strong candle. So we stay out. If it comes back to this zone, we enter a sell right in the middle of this zone for a bounce, and our hedge would be right above. As for the second strategy, it's down to 15 minutes. See, we got in the Teams method. So higher highs, and a break. Even though started here, closing there, kind of weird. I don't know. it's a break, and it's at the same time it's not a break because it went back in. Uh, if this was a bearish candle, I would have entered team's strategy to the downside, but no, no. Leave that be. Euro cat. See what we got here. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right, so we've got yeah, this went right against us, which is fine. Now risk control. So I have two options: close it right here, wait for a week to come up, and then close it near my entry. Question is, do I really think it might come up for me to close, or do I think it's just gonna dump from there down? The area looks very crowded around it. I'm not gonna close this right now, but what I'll do, I'll put a alert here. It's a bit riskier. I might end up taking full stop loss, which it's part of the game. If I have a chance to minimize that risk, even better. Let's see if it pushes up in the morning for a week. If there's a week near this area, doesn't even have to be that close. Whatever minimizes risk. Yeah. That's Euro CAD, so we're looking to close in a smaller loss. Pound JPY, not really moving. It's just going in consolidation move from there. Now looks like it's moving down here. Pound AUD, we hit TP for that, and I'll put that label over here, and then we're gonna maybe enter another one. Looks like it's going up. Maybe wait for a pullback for the second strategy, close the sell and stay in the buy. For my strategy, you can just enter for another push if it has a limit. Also mine. Pound USD, let's go. Pound USD, close, close, close. This is getting there. And there's second position for my strategy. I'll just blow here and get 1-to-1 because of this strong bullish channel. And CAD, we hit TP there yesterday, just barely. I'm not sure what's gonna happen today. Not very strong. This candle now, it might bounce from this zone. Leave that there. Also had this one, which also closed at the same time. No new entries here. Pound CHF. I kind of like this for a sell. Apart from my strategy, this also looks good because you had long wicks, and then this candle here closed down below, right? And the next day candle opens up there, which means push the price up. But even though it closed up, it didn't continue up. It pushed heavily down and closed the gap, and then pushed even further down. That just shows so much momentum and determination from bears, which means selling is a good idea now. Top that up with my strategy. Seems like a good entry. Pound New Zealand, ATP. Then let's go for another one. It's kind of a little bit past the close, but it's fine. Enter at the market and leave it at that. Cannot CHF, same, but we are coming to a resistance area. I don't like this. Yeah, let's just stay out of this for now. Might get another push down, but it might not, Sometimes it just doesn't come all the way down before bouncing up. At JPY, let's see. Looks like the candles are getting weaker. It's all strong, weak. Hopefully we can close this. I'm not touching this yet because it hasn't gone against me. But I'm not entering a new one either. This candle here, tiny. CHF JPY, having a hard time to move. Still hasn't closed against me, so I'll leave that be. Let's go see Nasdaq and USD. I took some trades here last night. I put alright, so this is a loss. So I put this basically in the box, the areas and the US opens, and I waited for a push down, which was this one. and then all I want to do, it did go in my direction, but it didn't really hit. So I came back up, stopped me out. US 30 on the other hand, okay, this one went well and even more. So this broke out and then just continued, which is pretty good. Even it came back. Could have taken more profits, maybe 1 to 3. Yeah, could have easily taken yeah, yeah, they could have taken 1 to 3, and then so yeah, both had a strong move, kind of opposite each other. But I kind of feel like Nasdaq 100 and US 30 is correlated somehow. Um, Now I don't know if it's positively correlated or negatively depending on the changes, but they do move pretty much nearly at the same time. Um, yeah, so 1 hour loss on Nasdaq, say 3 hour win on US 30, 2 hour up. I think Teams method is pretty good for indices and futures. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening, and please remember to subscribe and give a like. And I'll be back with more videos tomorrow. Cheers.